Hi, today I'm going to go over the Ghost Leviathan base that I have built myself in the first Subnautica game. This is the first observatory I've made in this game. Before this, I just built a majority of mine in below zero because I played this game first, but I really learned how to play the game better in below zero. So starting off, I do have a little garden out here with a variety of stuff. And then I love this spot too because it has the gargantuan Leviathan like baby head. And then there's, this guy, the star of the show here, constantly attacks me. He's way more aggressive than the Shadow Leviathan or the Chesselerite. So let's get into the base here, and we'll go back to him a little bit later. I started off with a moon pool that I can just park up my vehicles in here. You can see I have my trusty sea truck, and it is a sea truck. Yeah, that's like the main door. I kind of made it as like a homage to Meridia and her little base that she has in below zero. In the first set of the few rooms, I have a couple of bioreactors. It seems like to me that the bases in this first game use a lot more power than they did in the second game. I found myself having to make all these reactors because if I didn't, my power just kept on going down to zero and I would have to deconstruct things, and basically like I have some water purifiers. I had to keep turning them off to make this stuff work. Here we have my main storage room. It's just like every other one that I make in all my other observatories. Basically line up the room in a circle with all my stuff, color code it, and then I try to remember it. Down here we have a radar. I have it at 450 meters, so it is a pretty big radius, and I have cleaned out just about a majority of the good resources. You can kind of see here that it goes a lot farther down to the river, and then it actually goes up a little bit towards the kelp blood zone. 2 lists left. That's on, at least I think that's a lot of the stuff that's been cleared out. I started and it was about 4. Now we'll start over here with the main room, and over here we have basically just my greeneries and special stuff that I can use to keep myself sustainable down here. I think the orange caps and the purple stuff is pretty much useless, but I like just growing whatever I can find. And then of course over here we have our main aquarium. So I have about every single thing that you can find in an egg in the game except for the mesmer. I've actually not seen a mesmer after hundreds of hours of playing. I'm not sure what's going on with that, if my game is glitched out or something. I don't know. I've not had that encounter yet. But down there at the little other area too by the ladder, I have just some extra reinforcements. So then we'll go up here to the second level, which is just a water purification station and extra reinforcements. I also had to put a nuclear reactor here. I said a little earlier that for some reason this base just uses a lot of power. I don't know if it's because I have the 3 water fountains right here or what's going on, because it's a little bit of a smaller build than the Ghost Leviathan, or not the Ghost Leviathan, the Shadow Leviathan base, but for some reason this still uses a lot of power. So up here we have the main room. I did have a bunch of fish in my aquarium up here, but I accidentally cooked a few of them, so then I just killed them all. But we have a little picture over here of the base itself. I really love the pictures and frames you can do in this game. I just discovered that recently, again, after hundreds of hours. Did not know that that was a thing. Trying to design it as good as I could, a little bit better and different than what my other room was like. My other room was a lot smaller and it wasn't really split into 2 rooms. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the room. The first room is more like a bar, and then this one is my bedroom itself. Did try to customize it a little bit that I could with some of the posters. I don't think I found all the posters in this game. I do have a picture of the other ship that comes down to save you getting shot down. I think it's called the Sunbeam. Little snack machine and coffee machine over in the corner, and then just some meds, followed by my baseball caps and some bumbo trees. I enjoyed making this base. It was definitely a challenge since it was the first time I built a base this deep in the first game. It was definitely hard building one as deep as I did down with Pam, the Shadow Leviathan, but this one, it almost felt a little bit harder, I think, just because the map is so big. Traveling from my first base to over here was just ridiculous. But yeah, you can see him up there, and now we're gonna go over to the spire itself up in the air, or up in the ocean I should say. I've decided to call this Ghost Leviathan Gengar. He's very sketchy and very scary, and let me just say, he attacked me way more than Pam or the Chesselerite have ever attacked me. Every single time I come out of this base, he is right on my ass immediately with absolutely no hesitation. He also goes around and kills the other fauna that are around here. As you can see, yeah, she's like charging me while I'm in my tubes. He's almost like aware that I'm in here. I'm not sure if that's a different feature in the first game and not the second game, because they almost never notice I'm inside in the second game, at least in below zero. But yeah, that's pretty much the base, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it myself. Stay safe out there.